Pack your bags, Wexford, we're going to London.
You're very chipper for a fellow who said he wasn't going to London at all. When did this change of heart take place?
Mush I know, girl. I'm the last one should be leading the damn delegation. And I've said that to Dave too, but he insisted it should be me. He's already been to London and can't get any more out of them. He says it's me they're afraid of. The elusive Michael Collins, the Dublin Pimpernel, that I would pack more bunch. I think he's making a mistake.
Oh, and a clever one at that. And well, you know it.
What are you saying, Kate? Out with it, girl.
There is no way this delegation, nor any delegation, is going to get what we want from the Brits. You know it, I know it, and all of Ireland knows it. They're not just going to give us a republic after 800 years. There is going to be compromise. And compromise will not sit well with the ardent Republicans. Like Cathal Brugha, Dan Breen, Ernie O'Malley, and hundreds others like them. And Dev doesn't want to lose face with the heavy men. He doesn't want to be tainted by compromise. So you're the scapegoat, Mick. And that's how I read it anyway.
I know, girl. But Dev says he should be kept in reserve, sort of like a symbol of the state. That way, if negotiations break down, he would be there, and it would give time for the delegation not to be bullied into anything by the Brits. And if needs be, he can swoop in at the last minute and save the day.
Are you expecting someone, Mick?
One of the bios. Mahambuka.
Do you believe Dev, Mick?
Katie, I don't know what I believe anymore, girl. Before he went to America, I would have said if Dev thought it was the right thing to do, it was the right thing for Ireland. When he went to America, I don't see him as the comrade in arms who left these shores. I see him returned as a groomed politician, hell-bent on being Ireland's great statesman, regardless of what that may entail. God, those bloody American politicians have a lot to answer for. We should have never let him go.
So what are you going to do about it?
You know me, Katie, girl. One Irish man or woman's soul cannot be broke by the great British Empire should they choose not. And I'll be damned if they're going to break me. We're going to London, and we'll come back with the best deal possible. I just hope it'll be enough.
Mick, the Irish people admire you far more than they ever did Dev. They'll accept what you come back with. Should they follow you into the jaws of hell itself?
Jesus Christ, Kate. I hope that's not where I'm leading them.
God preserve us all from harm, but has my young Paddy just gone and joined the volunteers?
Oh, sweet divine. What has put that wild notion into his head?
Sure, there's no talking to young fellas nowadays. It's all talk of guns and bombs and getting even. I tried to talk sense into him, but it almost came to blows. And next thing I know, he's hiding a rifle under his bed and going out all times of the night. Patrolling, he says. There's just no reasoning with him, Eileen.
Oh, dear God. I hope all mine stay out of it. I can understand people having their differences, but shooting at each other is not the solution. It can only lead to no good.
I know. Families divided against themselves and neighbours against each other. It can only lead to more trouble. I thought when them lads went to London to sign that treaty, we'd seen the end of it.
Yes. And hadn't we enough for that war of independence? But at least that was against the British.
Oh.
Peggy, it's yourself. For God's save all here. So, ladies, have you heard the latest? The lads have given Collins and Griffith something to think about. A lot of people are siding with Dev. They're not going to have anything to do with that excuse of a treaty. For God's sake. Giving away 6 counties. Swearing an oath of allegiance to a foreign Protestant king.
Oh, Peggy,
Their lads do right.
you can't be right in the head, girl. This can't be right. This new fighting amongst yourselves. It's not right at all.
Not right. Not right. What's not right is what went on in London. Signing a treaty without consulting the leader of the government, that's what's not right. They've only themselves to blame. The lads in the Four Courts have the right idea. Tear up that treaty and let Providence decide.
Isn't my brother Paddy, Fergal's uncle, part of the Free State Army?
Dear God, they'll be fighting against each other. Peggy, surely you can't think that's right, can you?
And sure, isn't that war? And those lads not right to fight against the injustices of that traitorous treaty?
War, Peggy? Have we not had enough of war? Haven't we all known men who died in the wars that have gone on? Men dying in the Somme, the rebellion in 1916, and the Tan War. If we disagree now, isn't it time that we sat down and talked? Never mind picking up a gun and shooting it at your brother or your cousin or... Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Have these men got no sense or intelligence?
Eileen, do you not see it? The British don't want us to be free. They aren't willing to give up their hold on this country.
Oh, Peggy, sure, the British are gone. Their soldiers have left.
Aye, they've left all right. But they were quick enough to give the big fella a loan of some guns when he went to attack those patriots in the Four Courts. Oh, I'm telling you, O'Connor, O'Malley, Lamass and the boys won't go down without a fight. I'm telling you now. Oh, and sure weren't the British still up in the north, huh? They haven't gone very far down Maureen now, have they? Huh? Don't be so naive. I mean, what sort of fools are you?
Now, Peggy, there's no need for insults. We're all affected by what's going on. And we've all seen horrible things. We hardly want to see them again now, do we?
Eileen's right, Peggy. I mean, there's young lads joining the volunteers now that were barely out of nappies in 1916. They're listening to all them bragging out in 16 and War of Independence stories. They don't even know what war is. What it's like to lose a family member to the bullet.
Well, we've only one thing to blame for that, don't we? That treaty. Collins and Griffith are only traitors. They might as well be laughing at the dead heroes who gave their lives for Irish freedom. At least Barton has turned his back on it. That thing that... It was forced on us by the British under threat of war.
Now, Peggy, you don't know what went on. And don't the papers give two different sides? And sure, Colin said it's a stepping stone. So why don't we just wait and see before we go down that road again?
A stepping stone. It's talk like that attitude that has it in this situation in the first place. There's no fighting ye, either of ye. And you, Maureen, you and your lot are just as bad. Cowards. Traitors. With Brits the pair of ye.
How dare you, Peggy O'Brien? How dare you? My family fought as well, you know.
Now, Peggy, that's enough. Out of my house now. I will not be called a coward under my own roof. Out! Out now!
Oh, don't worry. I won't stay in this free state hovel any longer. There'll be no rest free until this country is free and the British and their land grabber friends have finally left. And they will, at the end of a gun barrel if need be.
Well, isn't that a good one now? Oh, there's a smell of rage off that one and her lot. But to insult me under my own roof? Are you okay, Maureen?
I am, Eileen. I am. But if that's the way people are feeling, I don't know what's going to happen to this country and its people.
Messenger coming.
What's the news, lad?
O'Malley, Lamass and MacDonald have escaped. They were being held at Jameson's distillery. Before going to Mountjoy, they got away. This is at Castledermot now, and they'll be here tonight.
They're more than welcome. Come on, boys.
That's great news, great news. On the lads.
Well, what was the mood over there with the boys like today?
Ah, you know yourself, Mary. The boys are hungry as usual. Especially young Donald. He has the appetite of a horse. Good sign of health.
I'm afraid he's going to need more than a good appetite to keep him healthy if this goes on much longer. What am I going to do if anything happens to him? God knows. I've tried talking him into going back to London to finish his education often enough. But nothing works.
Lizzie, girl. There's no use talking to him. He has the patriot gene. And that's just that he will do what he thinks he has to do. And see it right to the end. Because it's in his blood. And all the talking in the world won't change that one little bit.
I wish I never told him about Enniscorthy and Vinegar Hill and 1798. But they were the stories Dad told us when we were younger. And I wanted him to know them too. I spoke so proudly of our Enniscorthy heritage to him when he was a child. Now I wish I never had.
I don't say that, Lizzie. Sure, we're all very proud of who we are and where we came from. And rightly so. That's not the problem.
No, Mary, I'm sorry. That is the problem. We've blamed Britain for over 800 years. Now they're gone. Now look at us, fighting in a civil war amongst ourselves. The same as we ever were. I don't want to lose my lovely young son to Ireland. Do you think William will have a talk to him if we ask him?
See you, mate.
The boys seem to be coming out of the courthouse.
You're right, they are.
Where are ye off to? Has something happened?
It appears Sean Gallagher has left the RAC barracks with 10 men and are going to claim the castle from the Free State as we speak.
And are you going down there now to stop them?
No, we were given orders to take St. Mary for sniper positions. And when the fighting starts, we'll have them.
Come on.
Lizzie, you try this one on. Here, Mary, can you try this armband on? We need a lot more armbands than that.
God, would you look at that? You think they're out to see a parade or the circus?
Typical Enniscorthy. Afraid they might miss something.
Son, can you get me a chair? What? I want to sit down.
There's how Miss Kelly. And she have to get one of the free for chair so she'd have a ringside seat. And she a red roan devil air woman.
Aye, and next to Jack having to get the chair for her, and wouldn't he well know Miss Kelly's allegiances?
Would you refuse Mrs. Kelly? Now, would you? Because if you did, you'd be hearing about for the rest of your life and all belonging to you.
Kinda hope we don't do too much damage to the castle when things start to happen. I kinda don't like firing at it. It just doesn't seem right somehow.
I know what you mean, lad, but stayers have the advantage. And I don't think they'd have any qualms of conscience firing at the Protestant church.
None at all.
Okay, move out. Lads, man the belfry, quick. We'll give you covering fire. This way.
Look at that. All the minutes quite clear now, leaving us to it.
Can't see Mum or Mary Ann anywhere. Can you pick them out?
Stop worrying about them, lad. They're not for leaving. Trained in the ones feeding us.
Well, what happened to them?
Would you give them credit? Should have survived the Boer War, and the war in Europe, the Easter Rising, and the recent Hand War. So you know yourself.
How will you look now? There's old Miss Kelly trying to persuade Mr. Murphy to Market Square to carry our chairs onto his car in the street. Could you credit that?
And look over there.
That's Jem White from Castle Street. And his father and his grandfather were clockmakers. It's probably out of theirs. Sure, he couldn't leave that behind for her to get blown up. Miss Kennedy from John Street had to run back to her house. She must have forgotten something.
Damn right she did. She's coming out of the front door now with her younger son under her arms.
Jesus Christ, Mr. Marcy, if you get off the street, you'll be shot.
He won't hear now. He's deaf as a doornail. Someone should be shot for leaving his post.
Attention. Try again. Leave me.
How are you doing?
Tom, pleasure, Tom Meyer. How do you bring? Tom Meyer. Thomas McDonald. Pleasure, Tom. Pleasure. Have a drink, lads.
Surely will. Thank you so much for your hospitality and the use of this safe house.
Thank you.
We best be on our way soon, lads. We're heading to Carlow next.
Thank you. Never mind, Carlo. Wexford needs us. There's a full-blown battle raging in Enniscorthy since Sunday night. Our snipers have the staters pinned down in 2 positions. That's where we should be heading. I'm telling you, we can take the town.
But holding it is another thing entirely. You're from Enniscorthy, aren't you? What do you think?
I'm Enniscorthy born and bred. Now, I left for America when I was 17. I haven't been back there since. But if you're asking me to make a choice, I think you know the answer.
Paddy.
Road is clear.
Road's clear, lads.
The road is clear. I think that decides it then, lads.
Enniscorthy.
It is.
Enniscorthy.
Come on, lads. Thank you. Thank you, husband. Cheers. See you, mate.
Halt! Come on there!
Paddy O'Brien, Ernie O'Malley, Sean Lamass and Thomas MacDonald, all from the ill-fated Four Courts Battalion. We've come here to Enniscorthy to give you boys a hand taking the town. But by all accounts, you're doing rather okay on your own.
Welcome, you are. My name is Paddy Fleming of the 3rd Eastern Division. This is John Joe MacDonald, Paddy Keogh, and young Donald, and Thomas O'Sullivan. We've been sniping them in Enniscorthy to keep them down. Wait for your good selves to arrive for the real fighting to begin.
Is one of you a MacDonald from Court Street?
I would be, but I wouldn't be on their own.
I lived on Court Street. I left 20 years ago for America.
I suppose that'll make us brothers. This young lad beside me here is your nephew.
Is he William's son?
Elizabeth's my mother. Donald Hargreaves is my name.
Donald. You look so much like your father.
So they all say.
Right, lads, move out!
Oh, hello, Peggy. What in the name of God is wrong with her today?
Sure, Mag, don't you know that one? There's always a nurse or an elbow on her.
Yeah, but that don't surprise me, Marie. You know that family? They're from a heap of Fenian bastards, the heap of them.
Nana, what's a Fenian?
How well, Mag, she didn't have to ask you what the other thing was.
Well, now, Mary, I'll tell you when I go home.
Lads, there's staters down in the post office. 4 of you go down, check it out. Keep out of line of sight of the castle. Go on, lad, report back, lads. Take care. Go, report back. Go.
Jesus Christ, are you hit?
I'm alright. It only grazed me.
Sniper, kills, pub.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry for having offended you. So good by the help of your grace, I will not sin again.
Get him out of there, come on! Paddy! Paddy, are you okay, Paddy?
Don't talk to him too much, he's been shot through the neck.
Take him on to the courthouse, lads. Come on, take him on to the courthouse.
John Joe, come on, come on.
Another man.
Maureen. Oh, Maureen. You've got to eat something. You haven't had a proper meal in days.
I can't, Eileen. I can't eat or sleep until I hear from Paddy. It's been far too long and I'm afraid of what might happen to him.
I know it's hard, Maureen, but Paddy's a strong lad and he's fighting for what he believes in. He'll be back home, safe and sound. You'll see.
What if he isn't, Eileen? What if I never see my boy again?
And what about Jamie? Surely they'd have told his father.
Sure, don't tell him anything. And he's up to his neck in it as well.
We can't control what's happening, Maureen. All we can do is hope and pray. But Paddy will try everything to get back home when he can. We just need to believe that he will. We'll keep asking. Someone has to have news.
Just want to hear his voice again. To know he's all right. I haven't heard from him. It's been weeks. He could be anywhere. It could be.
Dear God, Maureen. Don't even think like that. Look, communication is scarce. And those boys are likely facing challenges that we can't even imagine. But we have to stay strong. And Paddy will find a way to reach you.
God help us. I hope so. The sooner better, because it's breaking my heart.
Hard, Lizzie. Hard as you can. Stay with us, Paddy. We'll get you there. It'll be all right. Stay with us.
John Joe, have you seen Donald?
Elizabeth. Don't be worrying about the kid. The kid's doing a great job over in the belfry. Don't be fussing over him. It'll fit you better to say hello to your long gone brother.
Preserve us, Thomas MacDonald. What are you doing here amongst all this dying despair and sadness?
This is my town. My place is here. Come on, let's get to this meeting.
The lads have taken Paddy O'Brien to the hospital.
We'll go down to see him when we're finished here, okay?
He's in a really bad way.
We've lost Morris. May God have mercy on his soul.
Morris.
Our numbers have swelled. Volunteers are rolling in from all around the area. We have the two garrisons surrounded.
Jesus, with them and the tip lads, we'll definitely take the town and the castle.
And our numbers are growing. I heard Fairley Connors and a few other lads have abandoned the garrison above in Kilkenny. And they're all arms and ammunition.
Brilliant. Brilliant. We have Temple Shannon Quay, Slaney Street, Castle Street and Abbey Square. We have the town more or less secured. The two garrisons are pinned
I'm
down.
going to take that castle. It's the last thing I do, okay? I bring me explosives, petrol. I'm up to bloody out.
Ernie, no.
I'm going to fire that castle.
That castle survived 1798 and 1916 when this town was under attack by foreign rule. That castle is part of this town. More than that, it's part of its people.
Well, surely to God it's not going to be burnt to the ground now. Not by one of her own.
And have you two got a better idea?
Actually, I do. Lizzie, run as fast as you can to the manse and tell Father Kinsella to come here, now.
John.
And go to the hospital. Say their goodbyes. Wait for the priest then. Yeah. Okay.
You can go in now, but only for a minute.
Daddy. We have to be going, old friend. There's other work to be done and places to be cleared in the area.
Sorry to be leaving you so soon. Fight well for Ireland. And God bless you.
And the capture of this town will never be worth your loss.
No. I wish we'd never come to this damn place, Enniscorthy.
I understand how you feel, my son. You're going to blow up the castle. That can't happen because these people have to live here and you're going to Dublin. That's not right. You have to understand that.
I'm a soldier, Father. First, last and always. And I'm going to storm that castle. Now, if you really want to prevent further bloodshed and damage to the town, then it's down in the castle you should be. Talking to them staters, getting them to surrender. Tell you what. I call a ceasefire for 1 hour. 1 hour only, Father, but then, if they don't listen to you, I will order the attack.
Very well.
These priests need to see the commander immediately, sir.
One moment, please. Presence is required.
I'm afraid you are surrounded and outnumbered, and your supplies and ammunition must be close to running out. Surely you realise the futility of your situation, my son.
Father, I appreciate your concern, but I've been charged with protection of this town by the official authority of the state. I can't surrender. The town, it's too important.
I understand fully your responsibility, but you also have a responsibility to your men and the people of this town. Should I not return with your surrender within the hour, those lads from Dublin are threatening to fire this castle.
With you in it. If the castle burns, God knows how many more will burn with it. You have to reconsider your position. Please, please, I beg you.
Very well. Go to your men. You have your surrender. I prepared a letter.
You may have won the battle, but the war could have a different outcome. Can you offer any terms?
I will allow any man who fought in the 10 War to keep their revolver, as long as I have their solemn promise they never fire on Republican forces again in this town.
It'd be well worth our while to bring a couple of priests around the country with us. Save us a lot of time and ammunition if we just allowed them to do all the talking for us.
I was never going to burn this castle, son. I was only bluffing, and it's a bluff I knew would work. Very proud people here in Enniscorthy, as right they should be. You know, but let them destroy their own things, but woe betide when an outsider comes to threaten to destroy it.
Thomas, I just be to God, how are you? I thought you were heading to Dublin.
No. I spoke to Ernie and Sean. I'm going to spend some time round here. Spend some time with the family and try and keep Enniscorthy out of Free State hands.
Well, we still have a garrison in the castle, I hope.
But you know what? It's not in this kitchen I should be. It's in there. Tell me this. Have you got a bike I can borrow?
Pat? Yes, Commander. Have you a bicycle for young MacDonald here?
Because I have, Thomas.
Good man.
You're not going into town like that, like a cowboy. Here. Put down on you. Stairs will think you're Billy the Kid. Here we go, lads. This will get you anywhere you want to go. Grand old bike, isn't it? My father used to own it.
Right, I'll be off.
You hadn't much use for one of them in America, I bet.
You're right enough there, Tom. I hope I can remember how to use one of them. Here, keep this safe for me.
Would you like a pistol?
No. You know what? I'll travel light just in case I'm stopped. It's on, lads.
Good night, on board her. Pat, Hide that, Turby. Good bad. Keep it safe.
Damn yous anyway. I knew yous wouldn't let us keep the town.
Hold on a second. God save the lads! Paul, doing a bit of fishing. Tell you, that river in there, absolutely full of trout.
State your business and your name.
Look, I'm Harry O'Connor. The farm there beyond Tom Brack. State your business. I'm on my way into Blackstoops. My brother-in-law have a farm in there. The cow's coming into calf, so I'm going in to give him a hand. Tell you the truth, the man haven't got hands to scratch his arse. So I said I may go and help him out, you know. But sure, you know yourself, poor farmer's work. Never done. So on, lads.
You probably should have searched them.
Ah no, he's just a harmless farmer.
Yeah, you're probably right. Anyway, is it time for lunch?
Are you ever not thinking about your stomach?
Send in the men. Lads, there's a retreat above in the cathedral. There's bound to be staters at it. You know what they did to our lads in July?
Are we taking any prisoners?
No. They're going to reap what they've sowed. Boys, you know what you got to do.
Aye.
Godspeed.
It's over. Looks like they're starting to leave. Knowing them, they'll be at the back of the chapel.
Stop.
You'll be court-martialed.
Yeah, well, I'll have to deal with that. So get the fuck out of here.
Why didn't you pull the trigger, brother?
How could I do that? This war's caused enough bloody mayhem. I don't know how long I'll last. So I'm not going to add to it. Someone has to tell our story. The MacDonald story. The Enniscorthy story. The story of patriots who lived through this time